strong as a Muslim person first and foremost. I get that. Give me. Would I do it? No, I wouldn't. Not now. Looking at what I've been.
Yeah, I mean, at 23 years old, Brian, he was messing about, doing all sorts, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What was you? Tell us, Brian. What was you doing at 23 years old? Honestly, what was you up to, mate?
I was a slut.
You was a what?
I was a slut.
Oh.
I was running doors and doing what I needed to do and all sorts. I was wrong in every way. But what I'm saying is I didn't have to worry about me as a white young man. When you go to theology, you're a Muslim young woman. You've got a position to show to people. Do you get me? Yeah? You fuck up once, they're going to be on you. They're going to be on you. And that's the difference. Because people will look up to you, zoubida. And you do have a responsibility, zoubida, to young Muslim women who will look up to you as an independent person, as a public figure.
Yeah. No, I definitely understand that. And that's the thing, like, I'm still on my journey, Brian. Yeah? I'm not really where I want to be. Don't get it twisted. Yeah? But I'm doing a lot more than a lot of people my age and older.
Listen, you're doing things a 40-year-old woman can't debate. You debate better than me. You debate better than me.
Look at Jupiter. She's 50 years old. I can have a better debate than her. She can't.
She's 60. Don't give her props. She's 60. Yeah? 8 kids. Yeah? I mean, I see something disgusting the other day. I ain't sent it to you, so I did send it to zoubida and a couple of other friends. Horrendous. You know what I sent you, zoubida? Yeah? With Projector. You'll be. The woman's got issues.
It's not jealousy, right? The only reason why they don't like you is because you're not an Islamophobe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not so much that. No, it's not that. It's because I don't see colour. It's not about Islam.
I'm just saying you're not an Islamophobe. You're not a racist. You've never dissed Islam. I've never heard you once diss Islam.
No, that's the point. I'm not a racist. Not just about Islam, Sikh, Catholicism, or Christian. It's not about just Islam. It's about whole religions. I won't get drawn into ideology. I won't get into because I don't see that. I don't see black, white, green, orange, purple, whatever. I don't see that. I don't see race or any type of theology. I don't see that. I'm not. It's not for me. Give me, yeah. But you accept me for who I am. You don't judge me.
Yeah, and me, I'm not going to Islam, of course, 100%. You know what I mean?
Of course, every time you're trying to guide me to Islam. Yeah, you do. Yeah. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Give me. But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That's all I'm saying. Give me. Yeah. But you don't push me. Yeah. You might edge me. Yeah. But you don't push me.
I don't force you. I try to give you, a bit of advice and what we call da'wah.
Yeah. But I throw phrases at you, like, this is haram or whatever. You know what I'm saying. I'll say, salam alaikum, blah, 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 which I'm learning from you. But you don't shove it in my face. And that's what I like.
No.
Yeah? Well, that's a difference.
Yeah.
But I like...
Sorry.
Go on, Katie. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just going to say, I've got a really, we're crap at technology, so I've got like a little booster speaker thing connected to my phone. So when he comes in, if you just let me know what the volume's like, so I can adjust it if it's too loud or too quiet or anything. If we do that, but
watch your mic. Look at the mic, Kaylee, and put it on 75%. Then you know.
No, it's going to depend on how loud he is when he comes through on the phone. Okay. You know what I mean? It's difficult to tell. Until he's in, it will be hard to... Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll be able to see myself.
Yeah, you have to see yourself. People don't have a go at this guy, because he's quite knowledgeable. Trust me on this, people. Yeah, he's quite knowledgeable.
He's really... Like I say, we started out as complete enemies, like the worst of enemies, right? But we actually got on. He's a really reasonable guy. He's got his views, and he's more than happy to answer any questions and to discuss.
You can't ask more than that.
He's a respectful guy, and we've managed to get on despite all of everybody thinking that it was just going to end up like with fireworks. Like, we've got on really well. We've ended up good mates, So I don't think there's going to need to be a slagging match or anything going on.
No, wait, it never turned into that. It's not my channel. It's not mine. She doesn't allow that.
Is he coming up? Where is he? Okay.
No, I'll get him in then. Give me like 50 seconds or something, and I'll get him in, and then we'll play around with the volumes and just check that everything's okay, and we'll go from there. Is that cool? I'll just get to now, yeah? I'll crack on then for like another minute, and then I'll be...
By the way, guys, I put my PayPal in the chat. I put my PayPal in the chat for whoever wants to support the channel. Obviously, you know, it takes a lot to run this channel. So if anyone that enjoys the content, enjoys what I'm doing, the PayPal link is in. It's the pinned message. Yeah, I can send it again if anyone wants to slap in a donation to support your girl. You know, because we're putting out proper shows, you know what I mean? We're entertaining you here.
I don't mind supporting you as long as 49% goes to the backup singer.
Yeah, here's the PayPal link for everyone that wants to donate.
Ever made that video? Ever made that thing for Afghan? Yeah, we took into Dan Sullivan's wanking.
Danny Sully, eh?
Danny,
You know, remember when he came onto my show, Brian? Danny Sullivan.
Oh, mate. Yeah, you text me to get on. Oh, he's a disgusting, horrible man. He is one disgusting, horrible. Oh, I can't say enough derogatory words about him. You know, and why is he coming to your channel? I don't know. Why is he coming to your channel?
I was a bit surprised. I was a bit taken back, to be honest with you. Wasn't expecting him to come onto this show. But yeah, you know, unfortunately.
That's all you can say. But yeah, that's all you can say. Esau knows him. Esau's heard of him. He knows he's over because Esau's gone at him a few times. Give me. Daniel, back down, Esau. Back down.
Yeah, when you hear him, he also wants to like has the boss who can.
He come over to Zoubida's channel about a week ago. Esau. Oh mate.
He's respectful. He wants to be.
No, not until I got on.
Up the side of the
Well, he went on to a certain person's channel, shall I say, that you got taken down, yeah, and started threatening all the women on the channel. This was 4 days ago.
No way.
Absolutely,
No
I'll send it to you. Yeah, absolutely. When they called him a liar and a pig, and they started threatening them all. I'll send it to you.
He's about like I don't know, but he definitely is a pimp.
Oh, he's horrible, mate. He's horrible. And why he was on the
Brian's funny though. Brian's funny when he gets angry. I can't lie. Like when English people get angry, like you fucking wronging, you fucking mug, mate. Yeah, let's fucking have it.
But that's not English people. That's just me with my issues. That's me with my issues. You know, yeah. That's just listen. Everyone can have a go, but certain people wind me up. I can't take. I know what he's done to a person on my channel. How he stalked her for 4 years. I had her crying on my channel. So no, I've got no sympathy for him. None at all. None at all. Didn't we?
Yeah.
And Esau knows him because Esau's got it a few times.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
So Kaylee, come on, girl. Let's bring.
Come on,
Ben
girl, give us Sister Geezer. Why is he taking so long?
But but listen, he is a wealth of knowledge, this guy. I'm not going to lie, you and me. But obviously, me being paranoid Pete, yeah. Me being paranoid Pete, I'll question everybody, you and me. But he's never been disrespectful. I've got to say from day one, he's never been disrespectful on my channel. He's not a porn bomber. He's not nothing like that. But just stay away questioning around the hosted case. That's all I can say.
Yeah. No, obviously, but I'll take your advice, Brian. Definitely. Yeah.
But he knows everyone. He knows all the people that need to be known. Your John Wedgers, your Bill Maloney's, your Sonia Portons, your Christine Joanna Hart. He knows them all. Belinda Mackenzie's. Yeah. He's in the know. He's in the know.
Right.
Kaylee, unmute, girl. You don't take long to Skype.
No, I'm not.
Hopefully,
He's calling any second now. He's calling. I'm just waiting. Remember, he's got his kids there.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
So have I, mate. She's been online 4 hours, 47 minutes. Yeah, we're going to go to 6 hours. She's been online 4 hours, 47 minutes. I've cancelled 5 live streams tonight.
I wasn't even coming on. I've got so much.
Was I? This is done.
Brian, you ain't got nowhere to go, man. They fucking struck your channel, mate. You're stuck on here for a bit until you get your stuff back.
I've got the Brian L2 channel, and I've been cancelled it 5 times tonight, the stream. I'm not going to even go on now. It's too late. We're going to stay here now. I've cancelled it 5 times.
Alright.
Right, yeah.
Oh, we might have some guests coming on later.
That's my backup dancer channel. Yeah.
Hey, today's show's been funny though, I can't lie. Today's show's been hilarious. I haven't stopped laughing, mate.
Hang on a second.
Oh, okay, what's going on?
Try again, Rick. Try speaking. It's not gone through yet. Bear with me. I'm still figuring out this.
What are you ringing him off? Are you ringing off? Why are you just ringing off his normal number on WhatsApp?
He's coming.
Hello?
Note.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. Sorry.
Bluetooth mode.
Right. Okay. Hang on. Right.
What?
Yeah, connect to your Bluetooth.
Okay.
10 seconds. 10, 9,
Right. Rick, try to
8,
begin.
7, 6,
No,
5,
why is it not going
4,
through?
3.
Wait. Hold on, let me just help her, because I know what speaker she's got. Have you connected your speaker to your phone, Kaylee?
Yeah. It should just go through automatically. Rick, try again.
I can hear him in the background. Wait, be quiet, Brian.
It's not gone through to the speaker for some reason. It's been going through to the speaker.
Okay, put his phone close to your laptop, Mike. Can you hear me, Rick?
Rick, I'm just going to try putting you directly next to it. For some reason, it's not working on the speaker. Let's see if this works just volume-wise. Right, just try talking now, Rick.
Evening.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, Rick?
Is that loud enough, volume-wise, guys?
Yeah, it's alright. I can hear him.
All right, cool. All right.
Can you hear me, Rick?
Yeah, it's not much clear, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. So how are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, not bad, yeah. Not bad.
Yeah. So are you Real Rude Awakening? Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah. Real Rude Awakening and Rude Awakening and then Tarragon.
Rick the Brick.
Okay. I mean, I've noticed that you've been in my chat. You've come around for I'll say the last week or so. I've noticed that you've been commenting and you've got your opinion. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned about that. But unfortunately, people are coming to my channel saying that you're an Islamophobe, you're anti-Islamic. What have you got to say about that?
Well, first of all, with the Brian saying about the Hampstead case, all I've ever done with that is advise people away from it. So, just clear that up before we move any forward. I've only got an issue with ideologies. I've spoke out against the Nazi bullshit, the Mark Collette stuff. I've spoke out against Islam, the ideology, the bits that we all know about.
So you have an issue with Islam, the ideology, yeah?
Just the bits which spring into what we've all seen, basically.
Like what? Give me an example, Rick.
Grooming gangs, etc., terrorism, that really.
Okay, that's
racism, all forms of terrorism. So,
that's fair enough, mate. I mean, look,
multicultural family. I'm
Yeah.
racist. I've been given many labels. None of them fit me. I don't fit any of the boxes provided. So I'm just me. I'm not part of...
So let me explain something to you, Rick, mate. Yeah, because you said Islam, the ideology, and then you spoke about grooming gangs and terrorism. Okay. Now this is something that I've heard quite a lot, right? Now Islam, the religion, the Quran, yeah. This is the book that we live by, that we practice, yeah. So when you look at the grooming gangs, mate, yeah, do you accept that alcohol and drugs was involved in the grooming cases? Do you accept that?
Most cases, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let me show you something, mate, yeah? This is why grooming gangs can never be associated to Islam, right? Because in the Quran, yeah, in Islamic teachings, drugs and alcohol are forbidden. It's a major sin, yeah? So the fact that these geezers, the fact that these geezers who call themselves Muslims, right, are taking drugs and alcohol, raping women, there's not one thing that these men did that was Islamic, okay? They were Muslim, yeah, they can call themselves Muslims, but when it actually comes to the ideology, there was nothing that they done that Islam promotes. For instance, Rick, yeah, you had Christian popes and priests, yeah, that were raping young boys. There's not one scripture in the Bible that says you can go be a paedophile and go rape children. So we have to differentiate between the religion and the people. I understand that they were Muslim, okay? But like I said, when they're taking drugs, go on.
The people that have done that have groomed children and whatever, you would say they're mushrikoons then?
No, not mushrikeens. Mushrikeens means somebody that worships other than Allah. Or you call them as munafiqs, hypocrites, yeah? And under Islamic law, yeah, they would be executed, mate, yeah? You know, let me show you something, Rick, yeah? Let me just say one point, Rick, yeah?
This guy's quite...
Hold on, Brian, give me a second, mate. Give me a second. No, I can tell. I'm speaking to him calmly. Rick, yeah? You know, a lot of these groomers, yeah, in the UK, they're majority Asian, yeah, Pakistani, okay? Now, you see Pakistan, the actual country, Pakistan is, I think, the only country in the whole world that has implemented a new law, which came in last year, to castrate rapists, yeah? That's part of the law. Now, in this country, if you're a rapist, they'll bang you up in prison, do a couple of years or whatever, give you a new name, and let you back out into society. Yeah? So I'm with you, Rick. The groomers are disgusting. Whether they're Muslims, they're absolute scumbags. I'm with you on that, mate, yeah? And I'll kick the shit out of them.
Many Muslims, and they've all agreed with me. It's not, I've always said from day one, not all of anybody do anything, not all black people, not all white people. Right. Simple as that. I've got many good Muslim friends. My solicitor, who's my solicitor, he's a Muslim that I grew up with in school and whatever. I've got a very multicultural circle and a multicultural family, so racism is not a part of anything to do with me. It's just labels that people have said. I mean, I get what you're saying with the alcohol and drugs and whatever, 110%.
That's not part of our religion, mate. How can they call themselves Muslims? Yeah, they're taking drugs, drinking alcohol, which is against the religion, mate. So what I'm trying to show you,
There's good and bad in everything, isn't there? There's good and bad in everything, but if there is, I don't know, if there is Christians or something, nobody would really have an issue pointing that out. But...
Can I ask one question, zoubida? One question.
Seems to bring...
Go on, Brian.
Okay, so Den, I'll call you Den. Den, what do you think of the Angela Powell Disney and the Brian Harvey collaboration with Belinda Calenzi?
You said don't touch the hoax lid, and you've gone straight to there.
Angela Powers Disney, I don't really know anything of. I've just heard that she's...
That's not why I asked. Den, I'm asking about the collaboration with Belinda McKenzie and Brian Harvey lately.
I can barely hear, Brian.
I said, what is your opinion on the Angela Powell Disney and the Brian Harvey collaboration with Belinda McKenzie?
I've not seen a collaboration.
Well, you've not seen the Brian Harvey on Zoom and the interview with Angela Powell Disney?
No.
Hold on, Brian. Let me just finish with Brian, please, because I've been trying to speak to him for a while, yeah? He's going on something else, yeah? Rick, are you from up north, yeah? You from up north, yeah? Yeah. So I can understand why you would have these sentiments, because unfortunately, a lot of the issues that have happened with grooming have definitely happened up north in your hometown. So I get that, mate, yeah? But my main thing is this, right? I just don't like when it's being associated with the religion, yeah? Because in Islam, yeah, we are taught to respect women. Like I said, drinking alcohol, drugs and alcohol is completely forbidden, yeah? And like I said, I'm with you. These groomers, they're an absolute disgrace to the community. But don't associate it with Islam, because there's a difference, mate. It's the same thing like I said to you with the Christian priests and the popes. They're not acting Christian-like. Jesus would never accept what they're doing. It's the same when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would never accept what these people are doing. Now, as for terrorism as well, yeah, because you mentioned terrorism, mate, yeah, that's also an issue. I definitely give you that. That's also an issue, okay? But what you also have to understand, mate, and you've probably heard this 100 times, is that the West, specifically Britain and America, they've illegally invaded many Muslim countries. I'm half Iraqi, yeah? My father's from Iraq. Now, you know what they've done in Iraq, mate, yeah? You know that.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the march that was done for that, was it 1 million plus? 1 million plus, that was everybody that way, that was England as a whole, trying to stop that happening, but, I've heard certain people from the more extreme side of things say, well, because you are taxpayers, you know, you're paying for that while you're dropping bombs on our houses or whatever, which I can see the point. You know, I can put myself in every set of shoes and I can see through their eyes what they see. To me, that's what you have to do to be able to see things clearly or whatever. There is issues, there's massive issues. To me, the government is treasonous. There's a million and one things where we can prove the treasonous. Tony Blair, who led people to go and drop bombs, you know, he's a war criminal. He should be locked up. I've said for a long time, we've got nearly 200 types of people in this country, yet we've got no unity between us. We should have at least 3, 4, 5 things that we can agree on and stand together on and go, right, okay, we might not agree on this and that and that and that, but we agree on these things here. And we're so, to me, that's what should be happening, and it's not happening.
100%, Rick. I agree with you 100%, mate. Look, I'm a Muslim, yeah? I'm Arabic, yeah? You English white geezer, yeah? We both live in the same country. And you've got issues, I've got issues. And this is what I try to do on my channel, mate, yeah? I try to speak about it. You tell me what you think is wrong. I tell you what I think is wrong. And we talk about it. Now, since the first claim that you made, yeah, you said, you know, Islam and ideology and grooming and terrorism. And I've tried to explain to the best of my ability, I understand where you're coming from, mate, but again, we have to differentiate between the religion and the actions of the people, because the thing is, there's a lot of bad Muslims out there, mate. There's Muslims who say, I'm a Muslim, but they're getting pissed every night, you know, they're having different birds on the go, so we can't, Yeah.
I understand that totally. I totally get that. I totally get that side of things. And you would say that these are the bad Muslims and the ones that are making a lot of people look bad. At the end of the day, there's 1.6 billion Muslims.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it is literally a case of the good Muslims need to do what you're doing. To be honest, zoubida, I was told a lot of stuff about you. All bullshit, all by Wendy and all that sort of idiots. Making out who's extremist, jihadi bride, all that kind of stuff. And that's why most times I just come in and I'll just say good evening or whatever, and I'll just listen. I'm only listening and might make the odd comment here and there, but that's about it.
But that's the thing, Rick. You've been on my channel for last week, yeah? What you've made up your I've seen you. I didn't know that you was the real Rude Awakening. I didn't know that was you, yeah. But I've seen you commenting on a lot of my videos and stuff. So based on your experience of me, do you genuinely think I'm a jihadist?
I think you're a moderate Muslim. To be honest, I just think you're a moderate Muslim. You've taken the good from the ideology which you follow. Some people are not, and you're pointing out that, to me, that's as good as it needs to be. I've not really seen much cases of that, to be honest. I'm on loads of Muslim channels. To be honest, I have to make up a name, otherwise I kick you out or whatever, a lot of them, but it's just one of them. I like to talk to people and just ask certain things, ask certain questions, just get them to ask themselves certain questions. If you can open a few minds to certain things, you know, it's not a bad thing, is it? Open, honest conversation is, to me, is key for everything.
100%.
100%.
That's very important, mate. That's why, you know, I've had like the far right on here, and I've had, you know, and I feel like through conversation, what you find most of the time is that you agree more than you actually disagree. And I always say this, you know, people are misinformed. You know, you like you said, you're getting fed information through Wendy and Jupiter. Wendy and Jupiter are known to be the biggest liars in town, mate. Yeah, let's be honest, mate. They're a bunch of old women with no life, just on the internet, just chatting rubbish. I'm 23 years old, mate. These women are about 40 years older than me. You know what I mean? So there's no comparison there. You know?
You should be on the bingo. Never mind on the internet.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Should be bingo, knitting. I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like, you're on the internet just chatting rubbish. And, like, as you can see, Rick, yeah?
I wouldn't think do a live, you know. They seem to be, that seems to be their thing. Get pissed and do a live and make a dick of yourself. To me.
Yeah, yeah.
Embarrassing on many levels. I'd dread to be their family members, you know.
No, and I'm very...
Really bad.
Well, I've got to keep it real. Because we've spoken. We've been on my channel a lot then. Yeah, I'll say 10. Yeah. But you had quite a big YouTube channel. Why did you take that channel down, mate?
I don't take channels down. Jason Tyler, Wake Up UK does that for me. He takes it down.
Did Jason Ormerod take your channel down? Justin Ormerod, sorry.
I think I've lost 80 channels plus, probably, to Jason Tyler alone.
But he took 80 channels down.
Yeah, 80.
People wonder why we've got an issue with him.
No, listen, I know he goes by the name of Justin Tyler. His name's Justin Ormerod.
Goes by the name of
Down the
Rick,
road.
according to me.
Yeah, listen, hang on, Katie. Let me just say, yeah. But my listen, I'm on Justin Ormerod. I know what he's about with his media hostings. I know what he's about with his fake Wake Up UK. I know what he's about. I know where he lives. I know his caravan site, etc. But my only question is to you, my only question is to you, Dan. Why you got 80 accounts, mate?
Why what, sorry?
Why have you got 80 accounts?
Why
Just trust me, we're on the same page with Justin
No,
Ormerod.
just one at a time.
No, it's one
So,
at a
like,
time.
I've got one, like, now I've got Real Rude Awakening. Well, that's just been, if you remember, when I first went onto your show, it was 10,000, wasn't it? That one.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You did that one and it's gone. So it's now Real Rude Awakening.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Everybody, whenever you lose me, just go back to Rude Awakening and my new channel will be there. Because I don't use that channel, I just use it as a home. Like a
Do
home
you believe Justin Ormerod, aka Jason Taylor, is in relation with, I'll call him Fanny Jones, Danny Jones, Hope Police?
Yeah, it's obvious. It's clear as day. Somebody's in somebody's pocket because it's
And unlisted, and AJ Lashbrook, all working for the same bloke.
Yeah. I'd say Wake Up UK is the handler, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So let me ask you this, Rick. What is your channel about? Because obviously they spoke about Hoaxstead, but is anything? What's the main purpose of your message that you're trying to send out there?
All that Hoaxstead stuff is nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me at all. I chased some scammers, and then they started coming out with all this crap about a case, just to I don't know, mess things up or something. To me, I've got no interest in that case whatsoever.
Rick, just to interject, just for clarification, Rick had Danny, AJ, a few others all turn up at exactly the same time, and they really brought the case in. They kind of jumped on.
I had the same, Kaylee. I had exactly the same.
He was already doing his own thing, and they all turned up at the exact same time, and then they brought Hampstead into it.
Yeah,
So
I had exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Oh, Wendy Roo wants to come on.
Oh, let her on.
Wendy,
I'll go with her.
Is that the real Wendy?
Yeah, that's Wendy. That's Wendy.
Go.
All right, let's have it out. So, Rick, mate. So what? Because I've noticed, you know,
It's about information.
hold on, Brian. Let her come on. She can come on. But I'm saying, Rick, because obviously, look, I've noticed that you've been engaging. Hold on, Brian. No, but what I'm saying to you, hold on. This is not even Wendy. Is that the real Wendy?
Hang on, I don't know if that's...
Alright, turn your camera off, Wendy, before...
That's her.
You're lucky, Wendy. We could have got you there. So hold on, let me just speak. So what's brought you here, Wendy?
The person.
Why are you doing that? Okay, what's wrong with the person that I'm speaking to?
With me, you know exactly what you're getting, okay? With this guy, you don't. So what I want to do, I just want to play a video of this guy talking to one of your fellow Muslim people, if you don't mind, Zoubida.
No, we do mind. We do mind. In your show.
Wendy, I've seen the video. Is that the video where he goes outside the mosque and that, yeah?
Yeah, you don't mind that then? You don't mind that?
No, I've seen that video, Wendy. I've seen it. I know exactly what you're speaking about.
Wendy,
you can play it. No, hold on. You can actually let her play it. Yes, I want to ask you about it. If you don't mind, Rick, yeah, because obviously I tried to be fair. I've seen the video, Rick. I don't mind her playing it, and then you can give your.
I'll put out the full unedited video.
I'll ask him about it, yeah? Because so we can be fair. Nothing against you, Rick, but I've done the same with Kaylee, yeah, when they came and brought evidence on her. So, yeah, like, yeah? Thank you. Yeah, you don't mind. All right, go on then, Wendy.
Hang on, love. I'm just trying to set
Change your
it
love.
up.
You're an old hag.
We've all seen this already. This is exactly the same as
Well, I just can't stand people who pretend to be one thing when they're another.
Well, you must want to kill yourself then.
What you mean, like, you're not being racist? Oh, yeah, Ben called. How do you feel?
My kids, and then she says, "Oh, he's a great guy, Jason."
We're just Jason haters. It's not.
Okay, let's watch this. Okay, let's watch it and we'll go through it, yeah? Let's go.
Can you tell me if you can hear it, please?
We can hear your voice, old hag.
Okay, everyone mute.
Around about the same time as one of the worshippers from this month. Don't forget the good side of it, yeah? It's a video, don't forget the good side of it. Why is there a good side? Is it? Smell 7-year-olds. Stinking 7-year-old girls, mate. They smell like 7-year-old girls. They stink of 7-year-old girls. Look. Not right, push it, not right. Push it, not right. Not one Muslim in this whole building has outed the person who's been telling people to kill our children. We don't know what to do to this extent. Oh, so you just let them do it. You just let them kill our children. What if I put to your box and I put a body there and I kill your children? How about that? Would you like that? That'd be fine. And if all of them people that's all who's going to do it, that's okay. This is about words. It's like all this is like filth. Do you believe in everything you say? What? Do you believe in everything you say? I believe in everything you say. Everything you hear? No, I believe everything that I see. Read these media and it tells every single thing about which Muslims raping our children. It's fine. Statistics. No. The statistics of this country, the survey people says that the most people that commit these crimes, the most child molested are white.
Facts, Aki.
Why would you target Muslims? Alright, because 86% of the people caught grooming and raping children are people like you, Muslims. So if one apple is rotten in the whole pack, you blame the whole 86%. You blame the whole lot. Let me tell you something. In the 50s, 11 or 7 more, 11, 27, 18.
Okay.
Sorry, mate.
Boring. Right. Okay, thank you for sharing that because this is the first time that I've seen the full video. Now, Rick, obviously for me, yeah, it seems like you've come in there with a lot of anger in you. Yeah, let me just finish. You come in there with a lot of anger. Yeah, you saw a bunch of Muslims and you thought, right, I've got some questions, and I feel like you've made some few false allegations. You know, you're telling him that he stinks of 7-year-olds and all these things. So, what is your explanation for that, Rick? If you don't mind.
What does something say or smell like?
Let me hear Rick. No, Esau, let me hear Rick's. Go on, Rick. Is he still there, Kaylee? Can't hear him.
I'm so sorry. That was my fault. I was muted.
Yeah. So Rick, obviously, just by looking at that video, I don't know if you heard what I said, but you come in there with a lot of aggression. Yeah, you come in there with a lot of misconceptions. So, first of all, when was this video, Rick? Was it recently or was it a long time ago?
This was 2 days after Simon Abida, was it? Simon Abida went and put a bomb in a children's music event and blown up the children.
So how long ago? Was it a year ago, 2 years ago? How long ago, Rick?
2019.
When was that? No, I don't even know. Off the top of my head.
2019.
So would you say around 2 years ago, yeah?
More in it.
Okay. So have you? Okay, hold on. So let me ask him. So based on that video, mate, yeah, like I said, you're coming in there, you're very angry. Yeah, you're throwing questions and accusations against Muslims. What was the reason, first of all, for you to go up to those Muslims like that? What was the reason for that?
It was a demo outside the mosque 2 days after the bombing.
Okay.
after they bomb the children.
Britain first, I believe.
The person that did it come from Disbury Mosque. Now, evidence has come out, at least 5 videos, that was hate speech towards the non-believers and all this, just before he went and purchased his ticket to go and blow up children. Now, me turning up angry, the good Muslims in that establishment, that mosque, did not come forward and say, look, this is being spoke about, they're kind of encouraging us to do something. Nobody did that. I know that there's things put in place for
you're coming up to saying we spread a 7-year-old kids.
All these things, and it's never even been used.
So you're saying that you were angry, there was some sort of terrorist attack, right? And you've gone in there very angry, guns blazing, yeah? Which I can understand, that. But again, see, this is a problem, Rick. This is why you need to talk to more Muslims, mate, because we've got bad apples in our corner, okay? And this is not a conversation that we can have. Like, this is a long conversation. Trust me, mate. There's so much to get through. I've spoken to a lot of people like you, and once the facts are broken down, trust me, you're gonna see with your own eyes. Yeah. So from then until now, have you changed your opinion, or do you still think the same? I want an honest answer, mate.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, from that video to now, has your approach changed?
Well, like I just said, for a start, that's 2 videos that they've edited together. So it's not that's not what it's been made out to be. I'll put the full one out myself tonight, and people can make their own minds up. Bear in mind that my hometown, Manchester, my closest mosque, Disbury Mosque, which I've seen from a church, be given to the Muslim community for £1 in the, I think it was the 70s or whatever. All these things have gone on. These people have been welcomed and whatever, and then they've let that be propagated in that place.
But the thing is, Rick, you said that a church has been converted to a mosque. With all due respect, mate, yeah, I can bring you statistics, yeah? In Britain, Christianity has become on the decline. There's a lot of people that have left Christianity and converted to atheism. I want to try and find the video if you want to send it you, yeah? So the fact of the matter is there is a decline in this country with Christianity. You go to Sunday church, it's empty, mate. People don't go to church anymore. So what's the point of having a church when there's people that are not worshipping in the church, no one comes to visit the church? Do you get it? So you have to understand that Christianity is declining in this country.
I understand that, but to then turn it into a death centre to bomb the people that give you the church to have your mosque, it's a bit...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the case. I'm gonna have to look into it a bit more because what you're saying is sounds.
I'll send you.
What is it, Brian? What do they do to that church? What, they bombed it up or what?
Basically, let me just finish 1 second, then. Basically, the Christian church in England, the Church of England, is on the decline. Absolutely, 100% right, zoubida. There are 7 churches shutting down every single week. That's facts, okay? Now, that's obviously the Duke of Westminster owns a lot of the churches in and around London, Essex, Hertfordshire, etc., Surrey, but they're on the decline. So they are selling off the land.
Where this guy going to work?
In his hometown of Manchester, I'm not going to give the actual town, but around the Great Manchester area, they sold off the land and the church and it become a mosque. Now, there was a bombing, so obviously highlighted people were angry at the time. No excuse, let's get this right, no excuse. Things were said, inexcusable. That's the bottom line.
But let me ask Rick, when you say death centre, are you hold on. Rick, when you say... let me just ask you a quick question.
Are you saying a few comments on people bombing kids, Brian?
Sorry?
No, Rick, hold on, Brian. Rick, you said death centre. What do you mean by, you're saying the mosque is a death centre? What do you mean by death centre? Explain that to us.
Well, it's killed 22 people, mainly children, in a music event, which was a gay icon music event. So, music's haram, gays haram. You're not going to get a Muslim, or a true Muslim, as you said earlier today, at that concert, at a gay music event, So all these things have been pointed out, free speech races.
Den, I've had this out with you, Den. What about the Hunter massacre? Den, I've had this out with you. Den. What about the Dunblane massacre? What about the Hungerford? They were white, middle-aged men that did this. They weren't any religion.
Did you hand that woman?
Right, let me just explain something. My brother knew Akawali. My brother lived 4 doors away from Akawali. He was not a Muslim. His mum and dad are Christians. Yeah, Akawali, one of them who killed Lee Rigby, was not a Muslim. He was a Christian.
Listen. Brian's raised a good point there. Rick, listen to me, yeah? Hold on, Brian. Brian's raised a good point there. And this is, you see, Rick, you went down a bit of a rabbit hole, yeah? So you know that certain things are corrupted. Let me tell you something, mate, yeah? Before Boris Johnson got elected, if you remember the London Bridge bombing, if you remember that, yeah? There was a terrorist attack on London Bridge, yeah? Now, this geezer that done the London Bridge attack, he was actually in prison for terrorism charges. And do you know what the British police done? They released him early. Now, okay, you've got to release them early. Now, if you're releasing a terrorist early, at least fucking watch the bastard. They never even watched him. So what you have to understand is the British police also have a part to play in this. Why the fuck are Metropolitan Police, the Scotland Yard, releasing terrorists early from prison? And second point,
Can I just say something? Can I just interject with something? I think this is the biggest misconception, is that it's as though Rick doesn't understand that our government are more to blame for encouraging and condoning the bad
I blame
behaviour.
the government.
That's his first. That's his first.
They're letting it go. They want to.
and the thing is, hold on, Brian. The thing is, Rick, yeah? I understand that there's terrorist attacks that have been done by Muslims, yeah? But let's not forget Darren Osborne. Darren Osborne's the same guy that got his car, drove down to Finsbury Mosque and run over Muslims. You know that guy in New Zealand? I don't know his name, and fuck his name. He went to a mosque and killed 50 Muslims. Let me say one thing, Rick, yeah? Rick, yeah? Right now, as we speak, mate, the biggest threat to British security, terrorism, is coming from the far right. This was on the newspaper a couple of months ago. The head of anti-terror police said that Islamic terrorism has actually lowered, and the highest threat of terrorism is coming from the far right. You know about Joe Cox, yeah? The far right murdered a politician, mate. Yeah? So if we're going to deal with terrorism, we've got to deal with it across the board, because there's different types, mate.
Rick's probably
They
more against.
said far right, but if you scratch beneath the surface of that case, you watched one video of Tommy Robinson's. There was no connection, there was no whatever, there was no far right message. It's like that when Brian said the other night on that other show, when that Sasha Johnson got shot, oh, this is a message from the far right and all this. And I told him at the time, I said, Brian, you need to wait till the facts come out, because if it turns out it's not, you know, he even claimed there was a report of it as a white guy. The facts come out the next day, it was 3 black lads that did it at 3 o'clock in the morning at a party. It was a message from the far right of any sort. Saying things like that is dangerous, very dangerous.
But I hear you, Rick, yeah, but we can't deny that the far right are on the rise, though.
Please, let me finish. I'm telling you, Den. The message came from the far right. Whether it be a black person, an Indian person, Asian, Chinese, whatever. That message came from the far right. I don't care what anybody says.
It was all black, mate. What are you talking about?
Yes, doesn't mean they're paid.
You watch the
I can pay a person to go and do something. Then
I can name the only black people in the far right movement or the right movement.
you're not listening, Den. You're not listening, Den. The far right, the white middle-aged man can pay anybody to go and do a fucking hit. Listen, look at the bigger picture. Seriously.
British intelligence, there's no sign of
Listen, Rick, if you look at Malcolm X, yeah? Hold on, look at Malcolm X, look at Martin Luther King. Malcolm X was a black man that shot him. But these are the same black people that are being hired by white racists to do the job, mate. To make it look like it. Come on, mate, you must know this. Yeah? I'm not saying...
You can't be that stupid, Den. You cannot be that stupid, Den.
Offline, sometimes conflict with line.
Den, let me speak to Kate. Let me speak to Kate.
Let him finish, Brian, let him finish, mate. Let him finish. Go on, Rick.
If she's at a party at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, she's got kids and whatever, you you've got to look at the lifestyle on top of what they're about. I could get shot now.
No, but Rick, that doesn't justify her being shot, though, mate.
Potentially, ego, anything that's shot there. It could just be a random enemy. It could be a random.
Then let me give. Please, let me just speak. Let me speak to Kaylee. Kaylee, you're from where I live. Kaylee, I'm not going to give you. You know from where I live. Akawala, yeah. One of the two people that killed Real Big B was a Christian. Yeah, he lived 4 doors away in Harold Hill. You know where he come from. You're from Dagenham. Harold Hill. Let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. He lived 4 doors away from my brother. He wasn't a Muslim radical. He didn't go to mosques. He was a Christian. His mum and dad were Nigerian Christians. Yeah, they made him out to be this terrorist, which he wasn't. He wasn't.
What did you do for them, Brian?
What do you mean? What did he do it for?
What did you do it for?
Drugs.
What?
He was a heroin addict. And I know this because my brother knew him. He lived 4 doors away. Kaylee, you know
that he stood there and waited for the police and not waited for... He didn't run off and try and get his drugs back.
Why do you think he just stood there like a fucking zombie and let the police come at him?
Well, he obviously
Seriously,
didn't run off and collect his drugs.
This is why I kicked you off my channel. You have no idea of the bigger picture. Kaylee, you know the area. Hang on, 1 minute, Den. Don't, please. I'll let you talk. I didn't overtalk you, Den. I didn't overtalk you, Den. Kaylee, you know this. You know the area we come from. You know this. And you know about Akawali Akawanda. Yeah, you know he comes from Harold Hill.
Look, the point of the matter is this, Rick, yeah? Look, I'm not going to sit here and say there isn't Islamic radicalism or extremists, 100%. But the fact of the matter is you're not looking at the bigger picture here, yeah? Because you have to understand that Islamic terrorism has been something that's only been going on for the last 30 years. Islam, yeah, started 1,400 years ago. We never had suicide bombers. Suicide is actually haram in Islam. You know, if you go and commit suicide in our religion, it is a big sin, mate, yeah? And this all goes back to 9/11. Yeah, and you know what was going on with 9/11, yeah? And they came in...
Islam's actually made enemy in itself for 1,450 years. But
what do you mean?
Every time the Islamic... every time there's been a crusade, that's been a response to what's...
No. If you want to talk about Christian crusades, mate, the Christian crusaders killed their own Christian brothers and sisters, mate. Yeah? Because unfortunately, when hold on. Christianity originated in the Middle East. It originated in Palestine. It didn't originate in Europe, yeah? So this is a Middle Eastern religion. It was only when the Romans got hold of it and they Romanized the religion that it became some sort of nationalism implemented with Christianity. You had European Christians from England, from France. When they came down and they saw the Orthodox Christians of Palestine, they killed them, mate, because they felt like they were superior because they're Europeans. Christianity is not a European religion, my friend. Where was Jesus from? Jesus was from Bethlehem. Where is Bethlehem? It is in the Middle East, my friend. Yeah? So, when you want to talk about Christian crusaders, bro, they committed many acts of terror.
No, it was a response to pretty much what's going on now.
What response? The Christians were the same people that used Christianity as a justification to enslave black people, mate. Yeah?
What are the only countries still having black slavery now today? Are they not Muslim countries?
No, it's not slave. It's not chattel slavery. Yeah, you're conflating the issues, mate. No, there is no chattel slavery in Muslim countries. You have trafficking. There's a difference between slavery and trafficking. Yeah, you understand that?
Let's not get that twisted.
No. There's a difference between trafficking and slavery, mate.
There's a nice version of slavery, is there?
No, I'm not saying this right, but again, you can't compare chattel slavery to trafficking.
If I can interject,
Go on, Tara. Rick, hold on. Let me hear from Tara. He's just jumped on. Go on, Tara, mate.
Because I think this dude is from the area I stay in. If he's in Manchester, I'm in Manchester too. Now, I hear you talking a lot about like the Muslim community and all the problems that are in it, and I guess Islamic terrorism, Muslim terrorism, whatever. Are you trying to say that the white English community is without their own prejudices that they might need to clean up. Because just from my observation, living here in Manchester, working around mostly like white English men, and the fact that I don't look like a Muslim, and hearing some of the rhetoric that comes from them, you know, like they are kind of racist. You know what I'm saying? And they do speak in a very like demeaning term when it comes to Muslims and other like brown folk. You know what I'm saying? So like instead of focusing on the Muslim community and how they need to clean up, I would oblige you to focus on your own community and try to clean them up and maybe change their mindset. Because
to be honest, mate, that's where I get most of my hate from my own community for wanting to clean up.
why is that?
Because I want to clean the situation up. I don't want racism. I don't want any of the shit which turns people away. Our movement's not got any bigger in the last 10 years. It hasn't. People can think it has, but it hasn't. It's more people left because of the horrible.
Well, what movement is that?
I'm
What
against
movement is that?
all forms of racism. I'm against all forms of terrorism, whether that's Darren Osborne driving over a Muslim or a Muslim blowing up children from England, which could have been any colour of the rainbow. I'm not
No, Dan, be honest. What movement are you involved with? Be honest.
I've been in every single group you could probably name, Brian.
What movement are you involved with?
Hey, because I'm not trying to judge you. I don't know none of the movements. I don't know none of the movements out here. I don't know none of the movements out here. So I'm legitimately asking. Or genuinely asking.
Did you support Britain's first and Jada Franson?
Yeah.
Why? Says it all. We're talking about.
Says it all what?
Because she's a fucking racist, no good, Britain's first, no good racist party. Come on, mate.
Alright, supply me one thing that she said that was racist, Brian, and I'll name and shame her tonight on the video. I guarantee you cannot do that, Brian. 110%.
Okay. Let's go back before the video. The Gordon done that. I'll go back. I will show you. I'll go back before the Gordon video where she recorded her own.
When you come out with facts, I'll address it. Other than that, you're talking nonsense. You think everything's racist.
Why did she go to Ireland? Hang on, then. Let's put it out. Let's put the facts out there. Why did she go to Ireland and start Britain's first from Ireland? Why? Tell the people.
At the end of the day, Brian, you can't
answer the question. Why did Jada Francis with Paul Gordon go to Ireland and start their movement from Ireland? Tell them why. Tell the people why.
What?
Why did Jada Franson and Britain's First and Paul Gordon go over to Ireland and continue their movement against racism and Britain's First from Ireland? And they got kicked out of Ireland in the end. Why did they do that?
Why did they do that? I don't know. How would I know that?
Because you follow Jada Franson.
Right, I follow it. I don't know. I follow you for a bit. I don't know the ins and outs of your fucking life.
Oh, you do. Okay, you're not following. So you're not backing Jada Francis with a backseat by-election, no?
I've been there with security and everything for Britain First and all sorts of shit.
I know you have. But I want you to tell the people.
I'm not hiding it, Brian. There's videos that I put out there myself. There's nothing out there that I've not put out myself.
But see, I just want to know what is the objective of these.
You ever go, oh, you're racist? I'm not. Show me where I've been racist. Show me where I've said I was on anything racist.
Okay. Let's put it out there. Okay, we've been.
Hold on, right. Let Taryn ask a good question. Let Taryn ask. Go on, Taryn.
I'm not really concerned about your past and anything like that. I'm more concerned about let's try to come up with a solution.
Now, first of all, thank you and massive respect to zoubida, for allowing me on and for open, honest discussion. Maximum respect. for just being open and honest, and discussing things which are awkward for a lot of people. Now, the people like Wendy that jumped on there tonight to try and make me look bad or whatever, you've made out that I'm trying to be something that I'm not. No, that's what you are, Wendy, you frog boiling old piss drinker. What you need to do is stay off the internet. People like you are dangerous. You're harbouring nonce protectors 24/7. Oh, Jason's a good guy, Jason's a good guy. No, you and your team have seen the video where they doxed my children. He's not a good guy. He's a lying little rat. He's had to apologise and all sorts of shit. Even the apologies started with if me doxing your kids bothered and disrupted out. Fucking dickhead, if. When I've had to move my children from home and school, yeah, there's a fucking issue. Now, people from your circle tonight have Wasp, or whatever his fucking name is, I'll get his full name, has gone on there calling Brian's kids fucking spastics. Do you think that's okay? Yeah. Someone like you probably will. Someone like Jason will probably think it's funny. Now, you laughed when I said, I'll see Jason in court soon. We'll see, won't we? You'd be laughing on the other side of your face, same as that fucking idiot, fucking Jason Tyler. Now, people can see you scumbags for what you are. The fact that you've allowed all this shit to continue, the fact that your only content seems to be Brian Hurl, Brian Hurl, Brian Hurl. 80 odd videos of just Brian Hurl. You're not obsessed, are you? Not much. Now, to me, it seems to be a case of you've been a troll of Brian Harvey's for 7 years. You've admitted that. I asked you, did you have a purpose? You still haven't given an answer. So, you're a 7-year troll who's harbouring all these nonce protectors and trying to throw people like me under the bus. And who are you, you old bitch, to be any kind of character to say I'm somebody pretending to be something else? I'm exactly what it says on the tin. Exactly what it says on the tin. I don't hide anything that I am about. You scumbags are just literally covering up for each other. And when you scratch beneath the surface, what are you covering up for? What are you people about? I've made it very clear what I'm about. I don't give a shit who likes it. I don't give a shit who don't like it. I make enemies along the way. I make friends along the way. It is what it is. Now, scumbags like you and the people around you are making this whole movement look bad. It's about time you old cunts fuck off and go do something productive like a knitting course or fuck off to bingo. No one needs you. You're not bringing anything conducive to this movement. You mock Vinny and all that. I don't like Vinny Sullivan. He sat there and allowed doxing to go on of my children to the result where I have to move my children. Now, at the end of the day, even Vinny Sullivan has come out probably 2.5 years later and called it what it is. Government up. It's as simple as that. He's come in your chat room and said it himself. Yeah, you've removed the video, but people have already seen it. Who do people believe? People like Vinny Sullivan or people like you? I'd not even heard of you. You weren't even on my radar. So you've been around for 7 years and not been on my radar, but somehow you're qualified to say I'm this or I'm that. I don't think so, Wendy. You pissed up old fucking scruff. Just unreal. The amount of shit that you come out with, the amount of shit that you allow. It's just bullying on your show. That's all it is. Bullying of people. Pissed up bullying. Nonsense. Oh, Brian just lies. Brian just lies. You just lie. You lie through your ass. You accept lies. And you protect these weirdos. And then you think you can jump on here and try and fucking throw me in the deep end. I can swim, bitch. Can you? Carry on fucking with me, you stupid old bastard. And we'll see. I'm not arsed. I'll play whatever game you want to play. And I'll win. Simple as that. The moral character of you lot, your circles, people need to swim away and swim away fast. And they will. Trust me, they will. They did from Wake Up UK and they will from you. Now, again, thank you to zoubida and thank you to the mods that get rid of the scumbags that seem to follow Umbrella Grape around. See, AJ the Broken Robot was on there. I missed a lot of it. I'm going to have to play catch up tomorrow if I can. I'm hoping it becomes viewable at least. So AJ's jumped on there, stuttering, stammering, can't seem to get anything fucking right that he says or whatever. AJ's the convicted, been to court, dog beater that had to cry in court to get his dog back. It gets him dressed in the morning apparently, if you want to believe that one. Now, I've told AJ I won't be bothering with court with him, but I will be lawfully confronting him on his bullshit, his accusations and his wild claims. So, same goes for Danny Jones. He knows. I spoke to somebody yesterday which is going to be speaking to him and we'll go from there. Either way, these people will be lawfully confronted regardless. Wake Up UK will be heading to court pretty soon. It's as simple as that. When you break data protection laws to gain personal details of not myself but my children's mum, and then give out their postcode, most of a postcode. Obviously, when they've done stuff like that, the police are going to look at it quite harsh, and there's things that I can do about it, and I will do. I'll be taking this as far as it can go, and if I squeeze money out of him, that's good. I'll donate it to something worthy. If whatever happens, all I want to do, to be honest, is to see that man's face, because nobody, upon nobody, has ever seen that man's face. It's as simple as that for me. I just want to see that man's face, and then as soon as I've seen his face, this little game of his that seems to have strung out for a few years and wrote off many people, the only person to kind of scrape herself back from it by the looks of it is Vinnie Sullivan. Vinnie Sullivan, if you're listening, give me a call. Me and you don't have to go down the same road that me and Wake Up UK will be and are doing, so give me a call, we can talk. Same goes for Alex. Dave Russell's a different story. So Dave, you can spit your dummy out, you can do what you want. It's a different story for you, and I won't even talk about this shit on the internet. Pissed up piece of shit, you took it far too far. You knew the difference, you knew full well 10 months previous with Michelle Reed chucking my details about. Did anyone see the video that I did? No, because I didn't do one. The only person that knew that what happened was you, Dave Russell. You did nothing. I asked you to deal with it, or I'll deal with it. You did nothing. Waste, man. So, to wrap it up, I'd like to thank zoubida. I'd like to thank the mods on the channel. I'd like to thank Umbrella Grape. There's a lot of stuff been covered. I think, as far as I'm aware, we've got permission to put the stuff out that's been covered. A lot of it's hilarious. We're going to be putting it out approaching weekend, and then we'll go from there, I guess. From what I understand, there will be future talk, future discussions to be had, and hopefully we can resolve many misconceptions, stuff like that, and if we can have a understanding of where each other stands on things, I'm sure we will find common ground. I'm sure we will find 5 things that we will all agree on as people. We have got 200 types of people here. We need to unite on some things. It's as simple as that. Without even talking about other issues and whatever, I think we all understand that we should at least be allowed the debates of the present circumstances going on without saying any trigger words for the government. I think we're all on the same page there. We should at least be allowed to have that discussion as people. I don't see that we are. We have got some building blocks in place at the moment. We're just waiting for the green light, and then real open, honest conversations, discussions will commence. It will just be upon us, the people, to chuck about the link and get as many people from as many backgrounds on there to discuss many things, relevant things to us all, rather than just one particular thing for one particular person or group. Things that will affect everybody. To me, as long as we can be open and honest, and if we can come away from each situation with some facts, that's beneficial to all of us as people, as a human race, rather than a race of any particular sort. We're a human race, and that's where we need to be heading our logical thinking. It's as simple as that. With logical thinking, we have to be critically minded. There's no point just running with an idea without criticising your own idea to see where the holes and the flaws are. That's how you see if it holds water or not. You test it yourself. So I'm hoping I'm not pissed too many people off tonight. I know these things can be a bit raw. I don't mean to upset anyone or make anyone pissed off, whatever, but as long as we can have these common even just the common respect and decency, where we're not calling each other names, which I didn't say anything of. I've not looked at the comments, to be honest. If I'm live, I don't look at the comments. It's neither here nor there. It is what it is. It is what it is. If we can all be open and honest and discuss the problems, we can then get to solutions which we all agree on, and that should be the right way to do things, in my opinion. Again, who am I? I'm just an opinion. I'm a concerned parent that worries about our future generations, basically. I myself have got autistic children, so I've got extra measures to worry about. but as parents in general, as people, we should be worrying about our future generations. If we can all spot corruption and we can all spot cover-ups and whatnot, then why would we not stand together on these things? If we can identify treason and hold people like Tony Blair to account, why would we not? Anyone who's against me doing whatever I'm doing, you're going to have to question all these things, because a better future for my children is also a better future for your children, regardless. I don't give a shit whether you hate me guts, whatever. What I'm suggesting makes a safer country for us all to enjoy. A lot of people came here. I did try to get my point across tonight, but I think it was a bit awkward through the connection that we had, sort of thing. We invited the Windrush generation. We invited them. So when you've got our government not so long ago trying to send them back, it was actually CMW, Gary Clark, Nathan Curtin that supplied the information, the law around it, the rights around it, to Sarah Garver, which was having a lot of issues around it, knowing people personally that it was involving, trying to send back. All the information was sent to Sarah Garver, and it soon got knocked on the head, didn't it? So at the end of the day, it's knowing basically the law. Now, all the groups I've been around, the only group I've stuck around is CMW. It was Dragons, now CMW. Was Dragons, now CMW. Now I've stuck around that group because I can see that's the lawful solutions which the decent people of the country, no matter what race, skin colour, whatever, should all want. This situation is only going to get worse unless we, the people, make it better. It's as simple as that. There's no point in the government where they're going to sort this mess out. We have to sort this mess out. We've seen what the government do. They just cover things up and they mislead people, and they are actually turning people against each other. We, as people, have to step in. At the end of the day, people have got to realise we're governed by consent. If you take away your consent, it's no good me doing it and someone else and whatever doing it. You've got to do it in force. Anything that has ever been suggested needs the force of the people. 17.4 million voted to leave the EU for a number of reasons. Now, if you had half of that knock on number 10 and demand changes and show them the changes that could be made, lawful changes that could be made, and measures that could be put in place to make real changes that need to happen. Now, they're never going to make them changes until the country can unite and make them do something. Can anybody actually imagine the force of this country if it can attract everybody in this country? Everybody's welcome. Can you actually imagine the force? Would the police be able to stop anything if you keep it lawful and legal? No. This is what they fear, people. This is what they fear. Now, zoubida, I'm sorry, I'm shit with names. Zoubida alluded to it tonight. the media, etc., don't want us to have these chats and whatever, and they don't. Now look on the chat every time. I've noticed it when Just Umbrellas there tonight myself, seen it even more or whatever, before I even got on there. And then Wendy jumps on with a little video, which everyone's already seen, which I put out myself, which has been edited to shit, and I'll put out the full video myself. I've got nothing to hide. I'll show you the tension of the area and everything at the time. The end of the day, what went on, anybody's children could have been there, anybody's. Somebody very close to me is two girls out of his three should have been there, and they ended up double booking something and they went elsewhere. Other than that, his children would have been there. Now, if that would have been the case, that would have caused ruptions, believe me. Don't matter what colour he is, he's not white, but it's neither here nor there. If that would have been his children involved in that, and that was the first thing he said when it happened, my fucking kid should have been there, and he was raging. Could have been anyone's children there. With